Hi, my name is Corey Minter, and I am president of Trinity Employment Specialists. Trinity is a staffing company. We specialize in staffing in the Oklahoma City and the Tulsa markets, and we staff primarily in the medical field and accounting and banking and finance. And it's something that we've done for over 10 years. We've won many awards for the quality of what we do, and it's something that we've created quite a name for ourselves in the city of Tulsa. And so for today's small little segment, I want to talk about how to not become unemployed. I just a few minutes ago asked somebody, what would you be interested in hearing about? And this was a topic, so I'd like to address it real quick. The becoming unemployed being unemployed is just a scary thing anyway. Right now, we're coming out of an oil and gas. Really, it's like a devastation in the oil and gas industry. We're coming out of it. About every 5 years, there's a big downturn in the oil and gas field. And there are a lot of people who are, at this point right now, trying to get out from being unemployed. They've been laid off from their job. But before I start talking about people, what to do when you've been laid off, I'd like to talk about what to do if you currently have a job and how you keep yourself from being unemployed. Being unemployed is not fun, and so here's how if you have a job, how not to become unemployed. It's really true, but let me tell you, in today's culture, it's true. A lot of people just do not do this. It's what happens, I promise you. Just work hard. Just have the commitment to working hard. Working harder than everybody else that's around you and doing things that are helpful to your employer. What many people, at least in our culture right now, it seems as though they can't see past their own nose. It's true. They have a really tough time looking right past their own nose and past their own problems. But the people that are valuable in companies are people who can look out for, one, the interests of the company, two, the interests of their supervisor, in trying to do and put effort into things that's better for the whole rather than what's good for right now. And that's what I think helps people to become valuable to their employer. And so if they ever do have to do any kind of cutbacks, you want to every day put in the type of performance and make yourself valuable enough that they would literally be crazy to let you go. And it's because of your efforts in doing good for the whole and not just trying to advance your career. I was talking to somebody the other day who had just come out of a big corporate environment, and it was so difficult for him to get out of the thought process that he's got to cover his back wherever he goes because someone's always vying for his position or something like that. And that is true. And I'll tell you, I've hired people in our company before, and all we were trying to do, it took a long time just to get out of their head that we work together as a team, a true team, and you don't have to look out for yourself for your next position. That type of thought process is really toxic, and we've had to release people all because of that attitude. They were looking out for me and not we. And the people who have the ability to look out for everyone around them as well as themselves, it makes a great difference, and you'll be much, much more valuable then. I even had an employee looking at it from a different standpoint, and he wanted a raise, but this individual was in sales, and he had not yet created enough income to where the company was even breaking even on his salary, and he wanted a raise, and he could not comprehend why he couldn't get a raise, because he's like, well, listen, I'm putting in work, I'm working hard, but he didn't create the results. And so what he wanted is he wanted money without the results. And a lot of Americans are like that now. They don't care that they are a drain on either the company or the people around them. They don't care that, but it's because it's not in their head. They're not looking around to see what kind of value they're adding. They're only looking around seeing who's going to add value to me. And when you have that kind of mentality, when a downturn in a company comes or when bad times come, you might be the very first to go, or you're going to be in that line of people to go. Whereas there's going to be a group of people, and if you're listening to this, and you're working right now, you probably know who those people are. And those are the people that there is no way that company would get rid of that person because they add so much value. When you go around and you become that person, you're not going to believe what's going to come your way. And then whenever there are downturn times in your company, you're not going to be one of the very first to go. You'll be one of the very last. And most likely you won't ever have to worry about unemployment if you'll position yourself in that way. I want to talk to people who have lost their job and they are trying to get back into the employment world. And there are 2 or 3, 4 things that actually 3 things that I want to address here. The first thing is you want to get as many systems working for you as possible in your job search. And so let me kind of run down a list of things that I know are good resources that we use at Trinity to find good talent. These are like the secondary and third levels at looking for people, but these are levels that will help you find a job, and that's what it is. 1, your Facebook page, LinkedIn, Indeed, Career Builder, ZipRecruiter, Monster. There are many others that are out there, but you want to get each one of these resources working for you. So with Facebook, how do you get Facebook working for you? Well, you can start by letting everyone know that you're currently unemployed and this is what it is, that this is the kind of position that you're looking for. And if you know of anything, to let them know. You can also do a Facebook page, a Facebook search, because I will tell you, we all the time advertise on Facebook and just use our network to be able to get people out there. But here's a real big hint when you're using Facebook or Snapchat or whatever, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is that you use for social media, is to make sure that those pages have things on it that represent you well. And if you have a lifestyle where you're a little bit crazy, you want to get that off of your Facebook page and from making that public, and you want to portray a positive professional individual. But get Twitter, get Snapchat, all of these social media resources. Let people know that you are looking for a job. For the others like LinkedIn, Indeed, Career Builder, ZipRecruiter, you want to fill out a profile for each one of these and make sure that you fill it out in full. The people who are developers of these websites, they reward people who complete their profile completely. A lot of people go in there and just do the bare minimum and get the resume up and call it good. But what happens is you're not nearly as searchable as what you would be if you would fill out your profile completely. The developers put out the people that look the most impressive first. And so it's an algorithm that they use, and trust me, you want to make sure that you fill that out because it'll make you a lot more searchable. LinkedIn especially, I know, does this. The second thing is I want you to consider to just make a list of the places that you would really love to work if you had the opportunity to, and call those people, ask for the human resources person, and try to figure out a way to get to know the people and network in there. Let them know that you're looking for a job and that you have this skill set and you would love to be able to meet with them. Most people aren't doing that. They're just submitting their resume. You'll stand out if you do that. The last thing is to network. I want to encourage you to let everyone you know that you're looking for a job, and do it unashamedly. Make sure and let them know that you've had a downturn, or you had a job that didn't work out right, and be confident in it. Let people know that you're currently looking for something, because most jobs come through the way of networking. When we find people for other companies, it comes generally by some form of networking, either using Facebook and social media or personal networking. Make sure and utilize this resource. Do not eliminate it. It will help you more than anything. And if you're looking in the fields that Trinity staffs in the medical field, accounting and finance and banking, please contact us at Trinity. We'd love to see if we could help you. Our number is 918-622-2588. Thank you so much.